Hey guys, Pitmaster here, and I want to talk about just a subject that comes up a lot with me, especially people around me a lot, my family, my close friends, and I'm a little over the edge on one end, um, but I'd rather be closer to that end than the other. And let me talk to you about it. As you know, my martial arts program, martial arts and fitness, there are two main words, two main goals, two main objectives that are at the top of the hierarchy: health and safety, personal safety, as in protecting yourself from the bad guys, not slipping and falling, that kind of safety, falling off a ladder, safety, your personal safety. To me, that's is paramount as a martial artist. If you're not teaching your students and living that life yourself, it's a joke. What are you doing? You're a martial arts instructor. Um, you should be teaching your students. Personal safety should be their number one goal. Okay, yeah, I've had a couple MMA fighters, maybe even a couple that have been well known. Okay, and that's the sport, and that's an offspring of my martial art. Extreme personal safety, learning how to protect yourself in the street situation, or if you're at home, home situation, somebody attacks you, wherever it is, at the beach, Diamond Head, wherever. Being able to defend yourself is my number one priority in my personal safety. Okay, then you might take it to another level, like Chuck Liddell did. He took that system of my Hawaiian Kempo and wanted to go win a title or two. Okay, and Glover did, and there's a lot of guys that do that, and that's great. That's a great, it's a great offshoot of our system, modifying our system. But personal safety is the number one goal that I have for my students. Even for Chuck, I mean, I would, if somebody jumped him on the street, I bet you he could protect himself. Okay, I bet you nobody will bully him. You think? Okay, so that is my my number one, my paramount um, goal, purpose for my safety, and then it's health, and that's they're side by side, at the top of my hierarchy. Health, which comes with fitness, okay, but it's health. An offshoot of health would be fitness, like an offshoot of fighting, protecting yourself, personal safety would be sport fighting, like the UFC. And then and an offshoot of health would be fitness, like the CrossFit Games or whatever. So anyway, let's talk about the personal safety side. I get a lot of flack for being paranoid. Okay, I don't walk around, I don't think I do, always paranoid, but I am aware. And there's a huge difference between being paranoid and aware. And I might be a lot more aware than an average person. Definitely, my wife, my family, etc., because they weren't trained like that. They haven't trained like that for the past 44 years. So I am a little, maybe aware. I don't think I'm paranoid. I don't think they're out to get me. I don't think there's transistors in my head or microphones or whatever, but I do want to be aware of my surroundings. Okay, I do want to protect myself at all times. Okay, I want to stay safe, and I'd rather stay safe and be borderline or even uh, misconceived, paranoid, than completely oblivious. Because I'll tell you what, when the person that is saying that gets jumped or is in a really bad, situation where he needs help, that paranoid guy, the guy that's aware, the martial artist, is the first one that's going to go help him and be able to and capable of helping them. So, um, there's just so many circumstances where, you know, once in a while I carry a firearm. Okay, I was in Santa Monica, and you know You know, she says, well, why are you carrying it? What are you, paranoid? You're in Santa Monica, California. Do you guys remember what happened in Santa Monica, California last year at the college? Yeah, 6 people died. Okay, none of them had a gun on them. If the first guy had a gun on him, or the second guy, or the person that was with the first person that got shot and didn't get shot had a gun, it might have been one person that died. Okay, that was Santa Monica College. Okay, you go to a theater and you're carrying a gun. You're at a theater, a movie theater. Why would you have to carry a gun? Do you think anyone attacks anyone at a movie theater? Oh, never mind. At a school, do you think anyone ever shoots anyone at a school? Never mind. I mean, on the street, at the beach, wherever you are, you know, you're always vulnerable because there's crazy people out there. You're in Vegas, beautiful Las Vegas, in Walmart. Would you ever think anyone would pull out a gun and start shooting? Oh shit, that was last month. Never mind. I'm batting at that. I'm batting 0 here. But you see my point. No matter where you are, there's bad guys. That's not paranoid. That's the truth. Santa Monica College, bad guys. Movie theaters, bad guys. Schools, grade schools, there's bad people there. Okay, there's bad people on the street, at the beach. There's bad people all over, and sometimes they want to hurt you. Sometimes for no reason at all. It's because there's a bunch of sick people out there, and being paranoid is okay sometimes. All right, if you're going to be perceived as paranoid because you're aware and you want to protect yourself and your loved ones, that's okay, guys. Don't worry about that one, okay? So anyway, that's my little. It's just a spiel. It was a spiel today, but that's my little blog. That's all I had to say. Better to be paranoid than buried. How's that? Better be paranoid than in a coma. All right. If I'm a little bit on the edge of paranoid, I'd rather be that than a victim or, you know, dead. All right. So anyway, that's my little blog for today. Please comment. Let me know how you feel about it. Thanks.